welcome back to our Field Study 2 adventure. We are pre-service teachers from PSU Bayambang campus and we're taking you behind the scene of all our Field Study 2 activities.
Hi, I'm Diego.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Season.
And hi, I'm Jenny Solis.
Hi, I'm Diana Elizabeth Jimenez.
Hi, I'm Jeroen Salina.
Hi, I'm Alejandro Aymino.
And together, we'll show you how we explore, plan, and learn to create awesome classroom experiences.
Today, we will be sharing our journey in Field Study 2, a course that helps pre-service teachers connect theory to real-life classroom practice. In this vlog, we walk you through all the key activities in Field Study 2, like writing an action research plan, creating a conducive learning environment, preparing a classroom management plan, making a lesson plan, delivering a lesson using teaching aids, and understanding grading system and Deped school forms. Now, let's begin with Activity 1, Writing an Action Research Plan.
For Activity 1, we focus on writing an action research plan, which is one of the core tasks in Field Study 2. Action research is a practical type of research that helps teachers solve real classroom problems and improve their instruction. It allows us to analyze issues, plan solutions, and implement strategies, observe their effects on students' learning.
In our group, we created an action research plan titled Scrolling Minds, Finding Focus Addressing Short Attention Spans and Technology Distractions Through Active Learning Strategies. This topic came from our classroom observations, where we noticed that many students easily lost focus due to constant scrolling and gadget distractions. This affects their participation, comprehension, and overall performance.
During our classroom observation and teaching demonstration, we noticed that mainly grade 10 students struggle with staying focused. They often scroll on their phones, lose attention during discussion, or get disengaged during activities. This disrupted their comprehension and overall performance. Because of this, our group decided to address the issue by introducing active learning strategies like group collaboration, gamification, Pomodoro technique, responsible gadget management.
Our goal is to help learners stay focused, reduce distractions, and build healthier digital habits. We will share our classroom-based action research plan. Our goal is to improve students' attention and engage by addressing distractions from digital technology.
We start with the preliminaries, approvals, acknowledgement, table of contents, and an abstract summarizing our study. Then in the introduction, we explain why this research matters, helping teachers manage classroom better, and guiding students to focus.
Our plan of action sets clear objectives, a timeline, and identifies graded students and teachers as participants. We'll collect data through observations, organize it using charts and graphs, and analyze it to see trends. Finally, our findings and recommendations will show improvements in attention, participation, and behavior, while also giving practical tips for teachers, students, and administrators. In our reflections, we share lessons learned and how this research helped us grow as future educators.
This study is important because it not only helps improve the student focus and engagement, but it also guides us as a future teacher in creating meaningful and effective learning environments. By understanding the challenges and testing solutions, we're better prepared to make a real difference in the classroom.
Today, I'll share practical and effective ways to make a learning environment safe and conducive. So how do we actually make learning safe, meaningful, and comfortable for all students?
Let's break it down step by step based on what we had learned from teacher Marites Ganitano during our interview.
A safe and conducive learning environment is more than just four walls and chairs. It is a space where learners feel secure, respected, and motivated to participate actively. In Field Study 2, we explore how teachers create such environments and how these practices transform learning.
The first step is to establish clear rules and classroom routines. Ma'am Ganitano explained that she introduces the rules on day 1 so students know exactly what they should do and should not do. This removes confusion and builds a sense of security. When students understand the routine, how to enter, where to sit, and how to transition the environment instantly becomes stable and predictable.
Next, make lessons relevant and meaningful must be connected to real-life situations. Ma'am Ganitano uses examples that students can relate to, making learning feel useful rather than abstract, and when students see the purpose behind the lesson, they become more engaged and more comfortable participating.
Another way to make environment conducive is through active engagement. Ma'am Ganitano uses games, group work, and hands-on activities to keep students involved. This keeps the classroom lively, fun, and productive. Students become less shy, more confident, and more willing to share.
Respect creates safety. In Mom's class, students communicate freely, whether through sharing ideas, asking questions, or even simple gestures like nodding and giving a thumbs up. She encourages them to listen to each other, speak politely, and help each other. A respectful environment becomes a safe environment. Lastly, students learn best when they feel emotionally safe. A conducive learning environment is one where students aren't afraid to make mistakes. They feel valued, accepted, and comfortable expressing themselves.
So that's how we create a safe and conducive learning environment through clear routines, relevant lessons, interactive activities, and a strong sense of respect and belonging. A safe classroom isn't just quiet, it's a space where learners feel confident and supported.
Okay, so that was our activity 2. Now we move on to activity 3 on field study 2. In this activity, we focus on creating our classroom learning management plan, where we explored how teachers organize, plan, and manage their classrooms effectively.
To accomplish this task, we interviewed Ma'am Maritas Ganitano, a math teacher, and asked her about her best practices in managing her classroom.
This activity helps us understand 5 important components of classroom management: classroom design, rules and discipline, scheduling and organization, instructional techniques, and communication. Through her insights, we learn how each of these components plays a big role in creating a positive and productive learning environment.
So now, let's share with you what we learned from activity 3. Let's begin!
For rules and discipline, Ma'am Marites shared that she starts the school year by discussing classroom rules with her students. She lets them express their opinions so they feel involved. She keeps the rules simple, clear, and fair. This helps build a respectful and orderly classroom where students understand their responsibilities. In terms of scheduling and organization, Ma'am Marites plans her lesson daily and weekly. She sets clear learning goals and balances activities like discussion, practice, and review. These help her maximize class time and keep the lesson flow smooth and productive.
For instructional techniques, she uses real-life examples, hands-on activities, games, and group work to make math easier to understand. She also gives regular feedbacks and enough practice so students build confidence in solving problems.
For communication, Ma'am Marites maintains open and positive communication with both her students and their parents. She gives updates, listens to concerns, and provides feedback kindly. She also sends notes or feedback slips when needed to keep parents informed and involved.
For classroom design, she keeps her classroom clean, organized, and safe before every class. She arranges the seating so everyone can see the board clearly, and during those activities, she adjusts the seats to allow students to move easily and work comfortably during collaboration.
In summary, we learned that a classroom learning management plan is more than just organizing the room. It's about creating safe, structured, and engaging environment. Through our interview with Ma'am Marites, we realized the importance of planning lessons ahead, setting clear rules, using diverse teaching strategies, and maintaining good communication. These best practices really help teachers create a positive and productive learning environment for all students.
And that ends our Field Study 2 Activity 3. Good day! We will next present our Field Study 2 Activity 4, Writing My First Lesson Plan. This activity guides us in understanding how lesson plans are structured and how each part contributes to effective teaching.
Next, we analyze the lesson plan exemplar from our resource teacher. We describe how each section was written, starting from the objectives based on the content standards, performance standards, and most essential learning competencies, down to the content, learning resources, and step-by-step procedures.
In the first part of the activity, we observe different lesson plans formats provided by our mentor. We compare how each model organizes the objectives, content, resources, procedures, and assessments. This allowed us to see that while formats differ, the purpose remains the same, to create a clear and organized guide for instruction.
This helped us see how teachers structure lessons to ensure smooth flow from introduction to assessment.
We also identified which parts were easy and which were challenging. Writing the objectives was simpler because the standards and competencies are already provided. However, formulating clear, specific learning objectives and designing activities that match them required more careful planning and creativity.
We evaluated how the lesson components work together. The activity, question, and task were directly connected to the objectives, and the assessment measured exactly what the learnings were expected to achieve. This alignment shows us the importance of consistency in planning.
Through this activity, we realized that writing a lesson plan is more than completing a template. It involves thoughtful decision-making to ensure meaningful learning. This experience strengthens our skills as future teachers and deepens our appreciation for effective lesson planning. Good day, everyone! Now that our team teaching demonstration has concluded, I will briefly walk you through the teaching aids we use, their purpose, and how they supported learning engagement and understanding during the lesson.
For this demonstration, we combine non-digital and digital teaching aids to effectively illustrate our topic. Our non-digital materials included printed puzzles, worksheets, and wrapping paper used during the group activities. These materials help the learners visualize, manipulate, and solve problems hands-on, which is especially important in a lesson involving geometric figures.
Meanwhile, our digital teaching aids such as the laptop, projector, and GeoGebra application allowed students to see real-time plotting of points, construction of circles, and verification of computations. This strengthened their conceptual understanding by linking abstract formulas with clear visual representations.
One of the strengths of our digital tools, particularly GeoGebra, is ability to display mathematical relationships dynamically. Students immediately saw changes on the graph as values were substituted, which made the concepts of center and radius more concrete.
For instance, some students needed more time navigating GeoGebra, which slightly slowed the flow of the activity. To address this in future demonstrations, we plan to give a short orientation on the tool before the main lesson. And also, we can simply some printed materials to avoid unnecessary confusions during group tasks.
The combination of non-digital and digital teaching aids was effective because it addressed varied learning styles: visual, kinesthetic, auditory, and collaborative. The students demonstrated active participation, engaged meaningfully with the activities, and showed understanding of the topic through their outputs and responses.
If we were to redemonstrate the lesson, we would enhance our materials by adding clear visual guides on the printed worksheets and offering an alternative graphing tool for learners who struggle with GeoGebra. We would also integrate short video clips to further motivate learners and strengthen real-world connections.
And if this lesson were to be taught in a virtual classroom, we would utilize platforms such as Google Meet or Zoom, share GeoGebra scheme for live demonstration, and let the students use digital whiteboards or break out rooms for collaborative tasks.
We would manage digital tools by giving clear instructions, distributing digital worksheets ahead of time, and using web applications like quizzes or Google Forms for quick assessments. The thoughtful selection and utilization of teaching aids, both digital and non-digital, not only supported our lesson objective but also enriched learner engagement and comprehension.
Good day, future educators! As we prepare to step into the classroom, mastering the mechanics of assessment and documentation is just as crucial as mastering our lessons.
Today, we're diving deeper into the standards and competency-based grading system and the indispensable school forms that accompany it. Understanding the system ensures fairness, accuracy, and accountability in tracking every learner's journey.
The Deped K-12 grading system is built on the weighted drawer scores of a learner's summative assessments. All subjects are assessed across three main components: written works, which are quizzes and assignments; performance tasks, covering projects, unit skills demonstration; and the quarterly assessment, the end of quarter assessment.
The weights vary significantly. For core academic subjects like science or math, from grades 1 to 10, the balance is 40% for written works, 40% for performance tasks, and 20% for the quarterly assessment. For subjects focused on practical skills like BBL, the weight shifts drastically, often placing 60% emphasis on performance tasks. This structure is designed to holistically measure both knowledge and practical application.
Crucially, the raw score of 60 is the minimum passing score. After transmutation, this raw score is usually reflected as a quarterly grade of 75 on the report card. A grade of 75 is the bottom line. Any final grade below 75 for any subject means the learner did not meet expectation and is subject to remediation or retention procedure. A learner who fails one or two subjects must undergo remedial classes. If a learner fails 3 or more subjects, they are generally retained in the same grade level.
Accuracy and computation is paramount. Teachers rely heavily on the electronic class record in Excel format. This digital tool is indispensable because it automatically processes the complex grading formulas according to Deped standards, minimizing human error in weighted average and transmutations. Using this systematic automated approach ensures high-level fairness, consistency, and reliability across all student scores.
These final quarterly grades correspond to 5 key descriptors presented on the report card. Outstanding 90 to 100, very satisfactory 85 to 89, satisfactory 80 to 84, fairly satisfactory 75 to 79. Did not meet expectation below 70.
Let's review the Big Four critical forms. SF1 School Register is the master list of class enrollment accomplished by the class advisors on the Learner Information System or LIS. It's capture all basic biographical data. SF2 Learners Daily Class Attendance. This records daily attendance and is accomplished daily by the class advisors.
SF9, Learner Progress Report Card. This is individual academic, behavioral, and attendance report for the student, formerly known as 4138. It is the primary document issued quarterly to parents. SF10, Learner's Permanent Academic Record. This is the student complete academic history across quarters and school years, formerly Form 137. It is accomplished by the class advisor manually at the end of the school year.
While all forms are important, some, like the SF1 and SF10, present practical challenges. SF1 school register proves difficult because it demands dedicating significant time to collecting and accurately inputting a comprehensive range of students. Biographical data such as birthdays, parent names, and addresses into a LIS learner information system. Any error here affects all future forms. SF10, Permanent Academic Record, is complex due to the requirement for detailed, multiple component score computation for the entire academic history.
To lessen these difficulties, a proactive approach is key. Leverage technology, maximize the use of the e-class record system to automate all grade calculations. This ensures consistency and accuracy, especially for the complex computation required for the SF10. Proactive preparation. Don't wait until the end of the year. Proactively study the guidelines and use sample templates for forms like the SF10. Timeliness. Ensure you accomplish and submit forms on their specified schedules. Failure to update data on the LIS or submit forms on time compromises the school operation and the accuracy of the student records.
By embracing systematic grading, mastering the LIS, and ensuring the timely and accurate completion of all school forms, we uphold the integrity of the K-12 system and our role as accountable educators.
Accurate records and fair assessment are the cornerstones of effective